Welcome back to the Nacho Kids Podcast.
What's about
Okay, before we get into this podcast, I want to talk about the Nacho Kids Academy because we still have people in the Facebook group that say, "What's the Academy?"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What?
So David, tell people briefly what the Nacho Kids Academy is.
So the Nacho Kids Academy is a place that you would go to learn to nacho properly, straight from us. Started to say the horse's mouth, but you'd be like, I ain't no horse.
Nay.
So we have curated a number of courses that address all the common issues that step families face. We have challenges anywhere from, I think, 2-week challenges to 30-day challenges to help you do things like learn to nacho properly, handle proper expectations, learn to care about yourself. And in this, because people can get lost in that, which is actually what we're going to talk about today. And
changes stinking thinking.
Yeah, changing how you think about things and see things. It's a lot of self-development stuff and a lot of ways that you're going to just improve your blend. And most people, and of course your results may vary, but most people say within the first 30 days, they see a massive difference. Now, I'm not saying all your problems are solved in 30 days. I'm just saying you will feel and see a difference that quickly. So
you have to put the work in.
Oh, absolutely.
Just going in is not going to help you.
No, it's like having a gym membership and never going.
Right.
Like, doesn't work that way. We also have a fully anonymous community. Nobody knows who you are. We don't even know who you are unless you tell us who you are. For those who want to join the currently secret premium level, because we don't have it on the site yet, the premium level will give you 2 coaching calls, group coaching calls per month with us. And so we'll get on a Zoom call and we'll talk through your issues and help you out personally. So.
And the premium membership also includes guided challenges.
Yeah. So for the basic membership level, you do get the challenges. For the premium, you get guided challenges, which means that they have a lot more content around it and they're guided in that we dive a lot deeper into all the aspects of the challenge.
Right.
There you go.
All right.
So go to nachokidsacademy.com.
Today.
Right now.
Yep. Stop struggling. You don't have to.
That's right.
All right. So I want to talk about getting lost in the blend.
Yep.
So basically, stepmoms, we hear it a lot, more stepmoms than stepdads.
Yeah.
That I lost myself.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not who I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
And that's normal because it's like going to, and this is going to be a horrible analogy and forgive me, but it's like going to a war across the pond, wherever, going to a war and expecting not to feel differently while you're there. Right?
Yeah. Well, I do think that to some degree, you will always lose yourself because the dynamics of your environment has changed. Mm-hmm. So you won't be the same person you were, but you want to be an improved version of that, not a beat down, destroyed version of that.
Well, I definitely felt like I lost myself.
Yeah, you did.
I did. I lost everything good about Lori.
Mm-hmm. Lost weight, lost you.
Yeah. I didn't mind the losing weight too much. It was just extreme.
Lost sleep.
But I didn't even recognize myself.
Mm-hmm.
It was like, who is this person? I'm miserable.
Right.
I was absolutely miserable. Mm-hmm. And prior to that, I was pretty happy-go-lucky. I like to laugh. I like to cut up.
I wouldn't have been with you if you weren't.
Right. Yeah. And I wasn't as compassionate during that time.
She's mean, heifer.
I wasn't as understanding. I wasn't giving as much grace. And it really affected me. Mm-hmm. And so many stepmoms lose themselves in the step family crap because their focus is the step family crap. No longer are they the person that you were dating. They're now the caretaker for your kids, the planner for the house, the cook, the taxi, all this stuff.
Yeah.
And now I was a single mom when I came into this, so it's not like I didn't have responsibilities for that, but those responsibilities quadrupled.
Yeah.
And it was easy to get wrapped up in all of that and forget who I was. So, David, from a male perspective, why do you think, well, from what you saw with me, why do you think I lost myself? Well, first of all, let me say this. I did move here, which was 45 minutes away from where I lived.
Right.
So I felt like I lost some of those connections.
Yeah. I was going to say, you gave up everything around you. Like you were no longer close to your friends. Again, 45 minutes, so not terrible, but still. For some people, I'm thinking 45 minutes is like 3 blocks.
Yeah.
But so you moved away from family, moved away from friends, moved away from areas you grew up in, moved to a town I don't think you ever even visited.
I didn't want to.
So, moved to a town that you never thought you'd ever live in, probably never visited, were around people that were primarily my friends.
Or your family.
Yeah. Side story is we actually found out that we had some friends together that we didn't even know, they were my friends and you were friends, but we never ran into each other.
Yeah.
So that was weird. But anyway, moved into the house that was mine and my ex's. We also live right next door to family. So just a lot of it. I mean, you moved out of a very controlled environment that was under your control to one that was none of it was under your control.
Right. It was the zoo.
That's a nice way to put it.
It was.
It was organized chaos.
That's what my office is.
Yeah, it was. I mean, from the standpoint of my kids, they were rambunctious boys, and part of my coping with my divorce was allowing them to be rambunctious. I felt, well, we talked about guilty parent syndrome. This is where it kicked in for me. Like I wanted to give them happiness in this home because they're going through a divorce. It was worse on them than it was on me. For me, it was like a weight loss program. But anyway, I wanted to protect them, and I wanted them to see that to some degree things were normal, at least in half of their life. Like they still lived in the same house when they were here. They still had the same family around, so I still wanted it to be fun. Matter of fact, I went out of my way to make it fun.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you were they as rambunctious in the house when y'all were married or compared to after you got divorced? Because that poor couch had seen better days.
They were. I think it was my tolerance level. Like there was a line where I was like, okay, that's enough. That line moved after the divorce. My tolerance level went way up to the point where it was like, it's all right. Before that I'd been like, no, that's not all right. You can't do it. You can't be that rambunctious.
Right.
You can't put holes in the wall.
And then afterwards, it's like, punch holes in the wall. It's
like,
okay.
It's okay.
It's whack-a-mole.
Yeah. We'll fix it. It's not that I ever approved of like tearing stuff up. Just when it happened, I felt like, oh man, they're getting ready to go back to their moms, or they just came here, or because it's always that. It's always either they just came or they're just getting ready to leave. It's
even when we had them 11 out of 14 days, it seemed like that's what it was.
Yeah.
They just came back or they're just getting ready to go.
Yeah. And then it's, you got to give them time to transition in and all this stuff. And then my thought process, and I think yours was too, is like, what do you mean transition? You don't get transition time to go to work and transition time to come home.
Yep.
But in a way you do. It's like your drive time, but it's, I don't know. Sometimes it is that the kids need it, and other times it's that we come up with reasons why their behavior should be tolerated more.
Right. So it's a good point that I moved here. So I quote, lost my house.
Yeah.
I lost my friends or the proximity of my friends.
I told her she had to burn the boats because I knew she'd leave if she didn't.
I would have too. I also moved further away from my parents.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot there. So instead of normally when I would get off work before we were married, I'd get Jackson dinner, get him ready for bed, hang out on the phone and chit chat with my friends.
Yeah. It was just a lot less responsibility and a lot less stress. You didn't have anybody to worry about but you and your son.
Right.
And that was it.
Right.
No David hounding you and pushing your buttons. No 4 stepkids demanding things.
Or complaining.
No high conflict bio mom doing stuff. No neighbor family members coming and visiting and knocking on the door and barging in unannounced and whatever else that was going on at the time.
Mm-hmm. So that turned into I rush home because I'm further from work now.
Right.
I rush home, try to get dinner ready. The kids complain about dinner. Try to do the dishes. Bukus of dishes. Then try to spend time with my son. Try to spend time with you. And then pray and go to bed. So there wasn't a lot of Lori time.
Mm-hmm.
And I missed that. And I'm extremely introverted, so that was even harder for me because I enjoy my alone time and my downtime.
Mm-hmm.
It's precious to me. I wasn't getting that because even when we would go to bed, the kids running up and down the steps or jumping upstairs, there was always something, right?
Yeah. And I don't think we ever had a conversation back then about your need for a long time.
No.
So I was not aware that you needed that. I don't know that it would have changed anything, but I like to think that being aware of it, I could have tried to help protect some of your time a little better.
Yeah. Or maybe not, if I did try to get alone time, not take it personal.
Right.
Or if I just wanted a long time with Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not, oh, she's hoarded up in there with her son. It's she needs this. He needs this.
Yeah.
Which we needed.
I think it could have been taken like when you, let's say you went up in Jackson's room and spending time with him. I believe at the time I wouldn't have looked at it as you spending time with Jackson as much as you were trying to avoid everybody else.
Right. Right. Because we were in such a bad place.
Right.
And also, I didn't talk to my friends as much because they didn't want to hear this crap.
Just leave him.
Yeah. Half of them wouldn't have understood it. 3/4 of them wouldn't have understood it.
Mm-hmm.
And you just get tired. And you don't have that time for yourself. I remember the first time that even Jackson went to his dad's, right? Mm-hmm. You know, he was a baby. But to be able to get out of the car and go in the convenience store and get a sun drop without having to get him out of the car seat, taking him in, it was calm. It was relaxing, we'll say. Not that I didn't miss my baby, but it was like, whoo, I can do this and not have to do all this.
Yeah, just take a breather.
Right. And so I kind of equate the two. Like you said, there was a lot more responsibility put on me. Mm-hmm. And it's not that we talked about what responsibilities would be put on me. It was kind of a given based off of the male-female roles in a home.
Well, yes, but some of it was also just logistics. Like, it just made more sense that logistically, if you could take the kids to school, because I was going to work at 4:30 in the morning, that, you know, I can't take them to school, obviously. Right. My mom could take them to school because she's retired, but she
used to take them to school before I came.
Yeah. So she could do that, but you're here and it's only your way to work. Again, like I said, logistically, it made sense.
Mm-hmm. But some things like cooking dinner, okay, your mom used to do that for you.
Sometimes.
for the most part. So a lot of the things that she was doing, I just took over.
Yeah.
Which is normal, right?
I just laugh as you say that because I'm sitting there thinking if it was ever you and Jackson, like Jackson ended up divorced, you'd be cooking his meals too.
I would. I'd be helping my baby.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm not bashing your mama for doing it.
I know, but I just think as you get older, you kind of understand why your parents do what they did or somebody else's parents.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the story we tell about how you were like, I can't believe you're fixing your 15-year-old cereal. And then when yours turns 15, you're fixing his cereal.
I'm like, baby, what you want for breakfast?
I mean, people do things for their kids because they want to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about whether or not they're capable or not.
Mm-hmm.
Like some parents just have that need.
It's a way to show you love them, right?
Yeah.
And so a lot of things that your mom had taken over to help you,
Yep.
I took over.
Yep. And we did a bad job in that transition. I did a terrible job with that transition.
And with setting boundaries prior to us getting married.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole nother discussion.
Yeah, maybe we'll talk about that another day.
Maybe.
We do talk about it in the academy, though.
But it was too easy to get lost in this.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I really do remember just sitting there one day and like, what happened to me? I don't even like myself. I know you don't like me. I know your kids don't like me because they tell me every 5 minutes. But I didn't even like myself.
And for every reason that I fell in love with you, that those were gone. Like you just mentioned, you were happy before and you were funny before and you were all those things. That's what I fell in love with. And so when those were gone, it's like, well, who is this person? This is not, this is a bait and switch.
But I could say the same for you.
Oh yeah.
Because when we were going through that, it's not like you were a happy person. It's not like you were who you were before we started dating.
Come on, Monday, hurry up and get here so I can get back to work.
But you could liken this to when you get a new job and you're trying to get into the role. You're trying to, I don't want to say prove to the boss, but you want to prove yourself. You want to do the best you can, right?
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, you're working all day, even after you get home, and you lose yourself that way because you're so dedicated to your job.
Yeah.
And I was so dedicated to our step family that I lost myself.
Yeah.
Which was not healthy for anybody.
And just in general, you don't enjoy what you're not good at, period, in anything in life. And when you feel like you're not doing good in your relationship, you don't enjoy your relationship.
Mm-hmm. We weren't doing good in any relationships.
Nope.
Mm-mm. So how do you go about not losing yourself? One thing you can do is carve out me time. So 1 hour a week, we'll just say, just throwing a number out, is me time.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I choose to go to lunch with a friend of mine, whether I choose to go get a pedicure, whether I choose to go fly in a hot air balloon. Whatever. Okay. You need that time. And I would honestly say, if you can have 15 minutes a day just to yourself, to have that phone call with a friend, to scroll on social media without somebody like, you're always on your phone, or just to do something that isn't related to the step family.
Yeah.
Not buying groceries, not looking up how not to kill your step kids, not, sitting there for 15 minutes feeling bad that you don't love them like you think you should or like society thinks you should. Just be you for that 15 minutes a day.
Yeah. Just go. This is where like going for a walk is great. Used to would go for a drive. I don't think people do that much anymore. But
we don't do nothing.
When we were younger, it's like, I'm just going to go for a drive. And you get in the car and you just go drive for a while. But
yeah, but a stepmom go for a drive when she's struggling, she might not come back.
But yeah, go for a walk. Go, different places have different areas. Some places you can walk around a neighborhood. Some places you can go walk around a track or in a park.
A friend of mine, her husband took one of their closets and built her a little war room.
A war room?
Yeah. It's like a prayer room or something like that. They call it a war room. But she has this little closet. I mean, it's not big. It's a closet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a walk-in closet. So, but it's, enough space for her to go sit in there, shut the door, and have her own space and her own me time.
It's a cave.
Yeah, it's a cave. But not everybody's allowed, or not everyone can have their own space, physical space.
Yeah. But doing this requires somebody else often to step up and fill in a gap for a while.
Right. So you would need to step up
Mm-hmm.
and take care of your kids and even take care of mine just for a little time.
Yeah. So maybe I need to do dinner that night, or maybe I need to pick the kids up or get them ready for bed, or whatever the case might be.
All of it.
Do all of it. And that way you can.
Your kids. For the love of Pete.
I still put my kids to bed.
I still wonder, you can't help but go, how do women, and I'm going to say women, get stuck taking on all this responsibility? Even if we,
I can tell you how.
Well, hang a minute. Even if you both work 8 to 5 jobs and you both drive 30 minutes to and from work.
Mm-hmm.
So I come in after work. All of a sudden, I need to start doing laundry. I need to do dishes. I need to cook, whatever. And you're doing whatever.
Mm-hmm.
How does that happen? I've seen
I'm going to tell you exactly how. As soon as you're done, I'm going to tell you.
So I've recently seen on Facebook these, I'm sure they're AI generated, but it's the woman carrying all this stuff. It's the toys, the laundry, the food, everything. And the guy's in the background saying, hey, what about me? And she's sitting there with a ton of responsibilities. And he's just like, what about me? Oh, sure. Jump on top of the heap,
Sure.
But anyway, go ahead.
All right. So you want to know why?
Yeah. And be serious with it.
I am serious.
Okay.
Here's what I see most often is that the woman comes in and she's like, whatever the responsibilities the guy's doing, she's like, that's just not right.
You're doing it wrong.
Just move. Let me do it. And when that happens enough times, she turns around and goes, well, gosh, I'm doing everything. Yeah, you are.
Now, a lot of times it's not also that she thinks you're doing it wrong. It's just, again, the woman usually does these things, right?
Well, sometimes, yeah. But you figure, like, for me, I was divorced. I'm doing all this stuff anyway. So when you weren't around, it was getting done.
A lot of that was your mom.
Okay, but I was still doing a good bit of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you weren't doing anything.
That's what you make it sound like. If it was that darn good.
Your mama was cleaning, cooking, helping the kids with homework, taking them to school. Your mom was doing a lot.
She was doing a lot. But all the other parenting responsibilities and all the other stuff like that, I still was doing. Mm-hmm. Regardless, the stuff was still there. It was being done. When you come in and you go, I don't like the way you wash clothes, so let me wash them. I don't like the way you clean the bathroom, whatever. It starts small, but it snowballs. Mm-hmm. Because most people, I'll just say me, because I don't want to speak for most people. But when somebody comes in, they're like, I'm going to take this off of you. I'm like, great.
Well, a lot of times it's, let me help you. And then it becomes my responsibility.
Right. It can. It's like, so for those of you who don't know, Lori's let me help you is really, will you do this? Because she'll say, can you help me do something? And I'll turn around and she's gone.
No. You said the let me help you. When I say let me help you, I'm helping you.
Yeah.
But when I say, will you help me? And you come to do it, then you're helping me while I go do something else.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. We don't have to do everything together.
Yeah. Will you help me? And then she disappears, and next thing I know, she's taking a nap.
That is not true. That is not true. So a lot of times the step parent comes in, and it is to help take some of the stress off. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, David, I'll do the laundry. I'll help do that. Or I'll help cook, or I'll help whatever.
Well, the other part is letting the people help.
Okay.
Like, I know there were times when I would try to help you and it wasn't to your liking. You don't load the dishwasher right. You load it backwards, which I still don't understand.
You do load it backwards.
I still don't understand loading it backwards. But I mean, if you come in and start telling somebody you're not doing it right, they're not going to continue trying to help you.
Right. But I don't think that was the case. The dishwasher, yes.
I'm just using it as an example.
But I'm just saying that I think with us, it was I came in wanting to help and taking over those motherly type roles in the house, which includes cleaning and cooking and blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Right. So if you're new to your blend, don't start doing all this crap.
Yeah.
Help. Don't take over.
Well, that's whenever you should be having the conversation about shared responsibilities early.
Right.
And you know what? It might be that you do things that don't seem to make sense to people. Like maybe he takes his kids to school and you take yours to school or whatever. You got to figure out what works.
And a lot of dads are stay-at-home dads now.
Yeah.
Because that's what works for them.
Well, one of the biggest challenges is anybody who's working from home. Because for some reason, everybody thinks because you work from home, you're available. And if you are a step parent working from home, the step kid's there, or even if it's just your spouse, you look, you're home all day long. Why can't you do X, Y, Z? Because you're working.
Yep.
So anyway, that could be a whole conversation.
So if you've been in your blend or step family for a while, and you're feeling this stress of, I feel like I'm doing everything. I don't know who I am anymore. Talk to your partner and say, look, I feel like I've lost myself in this somehow, and I need to find myself. And they might think, you're going to leave me. No, you're not going to leave them. But you need even a hobby. Paint some granny ceramics. That gives you some downtime away from things.
Yeah.
Find something that you enjoy that's just about you. It's okay to be selfish every once in a while.
I think it's also a good time to check in with your partner as well. Like, for example, when you said, I feel like I've lost myself and I need some downtime. It's not a bad idea to say, how do you feel? Do you feel like you've lost yourself? Do you feel like you need some downtime? Because it may be that your significant other hasn't voiced that. And it could be a problem that you both have and you both need to come to terms with.
Right.
Because what you don't want is, for example, you say, I need some downtime. And I'm thinking, well, so do I. But I don't voice that. And then when you're taking your downtime, I'm resentful because I need it too. But you weren't even thoughtful enough to make sure I was getting it.
Let's not go down that road. Let's not do it.
But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. Because that also comes across as you're a couple. Let's talk about how we're doing.
Yes.
Even as individuals versus I need some downtime. I need a break.
Yeah. Well, it's just, I guess my point is if it's always I need, instead of we need, it becomes a very different feeling and a very different conversation.
Right.
You could be the I need, but it's because of the we that you need the I.
But as a spouse, you saw that I was losing myself. In hindsight, you could have said, hey, there's too much responsibility on you right now. Let's take some of that off.
Yeah.
There's, I just feel like you're not as happy as you used to be. How about you go out to eat with your friends once a week?
Yeah.
Or once every 2 weeks?
That could do it. But
I'm sure you're missing your friends. You moved, just being aware of what's going on. It's kind of like if I'm standing there at the front door with arms full of groceries and you see me and you do nothing.
But there are people, I'm not saying me, but there are people who have the mentality that if she needs help, she'll ask.
Right.
And that could be because you've been trained that way.
But women I mean, I've learned to ask because it's better to ask than for me to get mad. But women, I think, we're taught not to ask for help. I think people in general are taught not to ask for help because it's weak. It's a weakness.
Yeah, sometimes.
But if I'm standing at the door with the arms full of groceries and you're standing there looking at me, I can either get mad that you're not helping me, or I can say, hey, dude, help a sister out.
Yeah.
Which is going to work out better?
Asking.
Right. Because we can't make you see it. Like, hey, she's struggling. Let's, help her out. Some people that comes natural to. You see somebody doing something, you want to help.
Yeah.
But you could see me, but also in your head, you're thinking of 20 things that you've got to do, so you don't really see me. Right?
Yeah, you can be looking right at somebody and not see because your mind is looking at other stuff.
Right. So all this to say, if you feel like you have lost yourself in your stepfamily crap, it doesn't have to stay that way. You're not in quicksand. There's an out.
Yep. Go buy a milk carton. Look on the back. If you're not there.
Take time for yourself. Talk to your partner about your needs that would benefit the family. That way it's not just Lori needs for Lori to be happy. It's, look, Lori happy, more people going to be happy. Right?
Yeah.
If mama ain't happy or stepmom ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Right?
Well, it's always about framing things in a way that is mutually beneficial or beneficial for all.
Right.
And some, I can look at it and go, yes, your downtime is beneficial for everybody. But I think it takes a level of understanding to get there. Not everybody looks at it that way. And so everybody's not going to think, well, this is for her, but it's for us.
Yeah. If I come to you and I say, David, you put all this crap on me, taking care of your kids, and that's not fair, and I can't take it anymore. I need a break. That's not going to go over as well as if I sit down with you and say, I feel like I've lost myself somewhere in this mess. I need to do something so it'll help us.
Yeah. And ask for feedback. Like, how do you think we can reset this? How do you think we can solve this issue? Like, you want that feedback.
Like, I hate cooking. What are our options?
Exactly. So you don't come in and go, I'm not cooking anymore.
Right.
That's what you want to say. And maybe that's what happens. But when you come in and say, what are our options? Then it starts a dialogue. And then you can figure out what your options are and go from there. Yep.
I know recently you and I have had to have a conversation about dinners because Ethan's moving back in, and then eventually Chantel and Layla are coming. But I know when Kay and Avery were here, one day you asked me what's for dinner, and I felt like the exorcist. And I spun around and I'm like, why am I responsible for figuring out what everybody eats? Y'all are grown adults. Okay, first of all, I should have never let it get to that point. I should have talked to you about it before.
Yep.
But it should not be my responsibility to figure out what everybody's eating. Now, people have heard our podcast and you say it's because I won't want what you want, blah, blah, blah. Whatever.
I won't want what you want.
Yeah, like I won't want.
You do not want the same. You're pickier when it comes to what
I am pickier.
So that's why I ask, like, what do you want for dinner or what's for dinner? Because I'll eat pretty much anything and she won't. She just wants pizza.
But again, it's the phrasing. What do you want for dinner would completely come differently to me than what's for dinner.
Well, what do you want for dinner tonight? See?
I'll eat an Eggo.
Okay.
I'm all for everybody fend for yourself. Yeah, truth be known, if it wasn't for Jackson, I wouldn't cook at all.
Probably not.
Yeah. But even Jackson's ex-girlfriend would text me and say, what's for din? It drove me bonkers.
To be clear, she was girlfriend at the time. So she's not the
Yeah,
ex-girlfriend.
right. She was the girlfriend at the time. Well, it's for Dan.
Right.
And then Ethan will tell him, hey, are you going to come eat? He goes, well, what are you having? No, dude.
Yeah, because he gets the options of like, well, I'll just go to my mom's house and eat.
Well, I think he should do that every day. That way I don't have to worry about it.
Well, my mom's probably calling him, if you haven't eaten dinner yet, honey, we got such and such.
Yep.
I'm surprised I'm not fat because that's, my mom's always cooking something.
Yeah. But I think that this is going to be a continuous conversation for you and I once they all get here to figure out how to best navigate this.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to plan what to cook all week. I don't want to cook all week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do dishes from cooking all week. I don't want them making messes from cooking and me cleaning it up. So I think we should just have pizza take out every night.
I think I would leave. Oh, gosh.
Okay, pizza one night, sushi the next.
No.
No?
But to your point, having constant, regular check-ins for things that are going on or your relationship is a must.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people don't give their relationships enough attention in that way.
Yep.
They think that relationships are just automatic and on autopilot.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like set and forget. And it's not.
No.
It absolutely is not. You don't have to sit down and have some big meeting every week, but there should be ways that you are regularly checking in with each other to make sure that things are going well.
Well, and I think sometimes that's as simple as paying attention to each other.
It can be. And asking, like, because I'm not seeing everything all the time.
You act like you are.
But I often come up to you like, are you all right? You feeling okay?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Especially if I see any level of frustration. Like, what's going on? Because I could be like, oh, she's frustrated about cooking. It might not be that. It might be that you got a phone call from a family member and something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to know what's going on. Why are you feeling frustrated? What is it? Is it something I can help with? Is
Right.
it something else going on? Do you need to talk about something? Do you need to go to your closet?
Yeah. Do I need to go to my closet?
You need to go to your Airstream?
Yeah. Do I need to go hide in the bathroom for 2 hours?
But anyway, that gives everybody some things to think about.
Yep. All right. Tell us below.
Tell us below.
Tell us below.
If you want to comment below this video on YouTube.
I'm saying, they understand.
If you're listening to podcasts, there's no way to comment below. So go over to YouTube and comment. Anyway, thanks for watching. Join us again next time. But until then, remember that life is good
When you nacho.